3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Get Well Soon family.
And happy Sunday.
This is your host, Tyler Kidd.
And your co-host, Angelina Mesa.
And whether you're listening on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of our many streaming options, hello. And welcome back to Season 2 of the Get Well Soon podcast, Deep Below.
I need a stylist because I'm looking at this outfit editing and this is such a good freaking episode. And that's what I wore. Okay.
We're on episode 2. We have something fun for you guys.
Yeah.
We are about to treat you guys good.
I feel like we've been waiting for this episode.
We have. We've been talking about this little scandal for a minute now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys.
Like, our names are all over the internet. We had an articles.
There were some
and YouTube.
We had YouTube, like a documentary freaking come out about it. A lot of people got involved. We are going to talk in this episode, not just about this, but, we're talking about social media today and the fakeness and the realness within social media, because I feel like social media is a very big part of everybody's lives, unfortunately. And I say that as an influencer. But we're going to tell you guys about our social media bestie scandal and how we got scammed the fuck out. And not just us. Not just
multiple,
us.
Probably hundreds.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that many with how many people came forward from one TikTok. But yeah, we're gonna dive into that. We have some anonymous submissions you guys sent in on our form. We have a lot of fun stuff, so let's get into it because the girls are running late. Tyler time. Yeah, I you know what's crazy is I went to bed early last night. I just slept that freaking hard. Slept through all my alarms.
Wait, you wanna hear something? This is the first time I'm drinking, have you noticed, coffee? Actually.
Are you drinking coffee? Well, I can't see what's in it. That's cute. Is it hot coffee?
Yeah.
I drank hot coffee when I was at the shore. I'm usually an ice person, but.
Well, if you guys didn't know, I'm not a coffee person. I don't even drink it. My mom makes coffee at home sometimes, and I'll drink it if I really need it. And I don't really like the taste, but it's better than all the other coffees I've had.
Oh.
And then I also only drink peppermint mocha from Starbucks because I think the peppermint gets rid of the coffee taste that I don't like.
So you don't like the taste of coffee?
I don't.
Oh my god, I love espresso shots.
Yeah, I can't get myself to like it. I tried in the beginning of my nursing school journey. I wanted to vomit.
For any of you guys that watch Love Island, Leah has the best posture because of horseback riding, and I just first of all was so slouched, and I want you to know that when I just sat up straight, I just cracked both of my shoulders and my back because
that would have been a good
it felt good
ASMR,
right? But I'm working on my posture. I notice in a lot of the uploads, and Roger didn't tell me this, but I sit very I'm protecting something. I'm I don't.
That's a big fear of mine is when I get older
to
look
so I'm making a conscious effort to sit, but I feel weird and now I'm feeling I'm
yeah, when I sit like this I'm
hello. Hi. This podcast is sponsored by New Jersey Holistic Healing and Wellness. Check out the QR code that is above us, to the left of us. We never know where it goes because Roger just has funds with it. Honestly, it's probably going to go right here. And as always, thank you to New Jersey Holistic Healing and Wellness for not having us, what the fuck? For sponsoring us and just always supporting us and the podcast and giving us the space to do what we do that you guys love so much. Yesterday's kickoff went really good.
Yeah, really good.
That was really good. We had Yasin on. It was amazing. We got a lot of good. It was a great episode. The Patreon episode was amazing too. We kickstarted that. If you guys don't know, we now offer exclusive behind the scenes uncut footage on Patreon. Yep. So you could make sure you go check that out. That's linked where you find everything else at.
You want tea? You know where to go.
I didn't edit out the names on Patreon. Yeah, I mean, he'll be fine with it. It's on Patreon. They had to pay it. My mindset was people who really want to see footage, like, they needed a treat. So
It's only $5 and it's good
for the month, which is like $0.01 a day. No. What is 5? What would that be?
6 cents.
16 cents a day.
Where'd you get
for 30 days? Your thing said 16.
It said 6.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. Oh.
But yeah, I didn't cut out names. I just didn't feel, I was the one saying the names. I didn't feel like it. It's fine. I meant what I meant and I said what I said. And so that's exciting. We kicked off a new intro. So let us know what you guys think about our new intro. We have some new layouts, new outros.
I'm obsessed.
Me
with
too.
everything.
And I was getting text messages about the intros and outros. And even Elijah was like, how did you do that? And I was like, well, the intro wasn't me. That was like a vision I had. And Lexi always brings it to life. Shout out Lex for always doing our photo shoots, our intros. Like, she kills it every time.
Every time.
I texted her an idea that I had, and she literally, boom, did the magic. I couldn't have asked for anything better. And the new layouts were so much fun to make. So it's exciting stuff. We have exciting stuff. Also, I wanted to mention real quick before we jump right into the episode that I don't know if you guys know what Easter eggs are. Do you know what an Easter egg is?
Like on your car?
You talking about like a bumper sticker?
Like, for a Jeep, there's an Easter egg, so you have to find it.
Okay, so yes, you know what an Easter egg is.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift introduced that a lot to, like, marketing and stuff like that. And you guys might realize, or some of you might not, I do a lot of Easter eggs. I do a lot. So, like, before we dropped season 2 Deep Below, all the backdrops for the Instagram stories were the ocean. There was a lot of blues.
Yeah.
There was a lot of water reference, things like that. I'm just going to say this right now, that there's a really big Easter egg this episode. And I'll just leave it at that. And if you can figure it out, you might get a little prize. You might get a little
confused.
That's
right
fine.
now.
So you might get something exclusive.
Okay, hold on. Cut.
We'll see if anybody can figure it out. I have in here that we're going to reintroduce ourselves, but I'm Tyler.
I'm Angelina.
And this is the Get Well Soon podcast.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And if this is your first time here, you picked a great time. You're getting one of the best episodes. So hello, welcome. So we're going to talk about social media and lifestyle, relationships, friendships, mental health on the side of it, like being fake and not being real, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I do want to say though, I was thinking about this like when I was doing this. Social media is not real. Like if you were to take your phone and your cameras and your tablets and your computers and snap them all in half and throw them away.
Yeah.
That, like, you're still going to live a life, and that's real life. Social media is like this bubble that we created, and it's just crazy because it really, like, that's why when people get so, like, upset about stuff online or everybody freaks out and you have cancel culture, like, da-da-da. Like, do you guys realize that, boom, take the internet, you have none of that?
Yeah.
Apocalypse, you're done. Didn't even exist. Now what are you gonna do? And I mind you, I do full-time influencing and I'm a full-time content creator. I don't think people realize, like, when they get on the apps and they're like, when people are like judging themselves on it, or they're arguing with people, or they're posting hate comments, or they're like losing their mind. I'm like, do you understand that it would take a pull of a plug?
Yeah.
That's not real life. What's real life is what you go through on your day-to-day basis, how you feel on your day-to-day basis. That's why you have content creators and stuff like that go through like these depressive episodes. Well, when you make your life something that's not even a real thing, and like that's what you depend, like I don't depend on social media to fulfill me.
Yeah.
No. I fulfill my personal life and then I share that with social media. And like that's what you're supposed to do. And when you do that, I'm not leaving hate comments. I'm not joining some cancel bandwagon bullshit. I'm not sitting here making it my life mission to know that make an influencer know that I hate them. Like, I don't do that. And that's why, like, when I post some videos on TikTok, like the one I recently posted about Alex Earl and Brooke Schofield, and people were losing their damn minds, I was literally kicking my feet back giggling. Actually, you know what? While we're talking about social media, I am going to bring up the Alex Earl video real quick because I want to read a comment. So first of all,
Which one?
Well, first of all, the bad ones I deleted. Here's my other thing too. My block and delete game is impeccable. Yeah. Impeccable. Because it's not real, when people are like, oh, she blocked me. I had somebody, first of all, I block from the podcast page if I know somebody is like hateful. Speaking negative or hateful about the podcast. Boom, you're blocked, bitch. You're not watching shit. Like, why would I allow you to watch this? It's a privilege.
Yeah.
We spend so much time, energy, and money to do this and do something that we love and share our vulnerable experiences to help others. So for you to watch that and then talk shit, boom, you lost that resource. You don't deserve it. My personal blocking, you should see my block list. In fact,
wait, I have a block list too. I don't know. Where'd you find it?
Every single one.
I'm dead.
Every single one. I'm dead. Absolutely.
Wait, I'm pretty sure mine's like very...
Like, you guys think I'm joking? Every single man, it was just blocked.
Wait, how'd you get to that?
I went to phone and settings, and then there's like a little blocked tab. And while Angelina looks,
Oh, because I got a new phone, all the numbers deleted.
So all of them are unblocked?
Yeah,
You better get to blocking.
Wait, that's actually scary.
Well, good thing you saw that. But yeah, so like if people post a comment on like one of my videos where I'm talking about something that's somewhat controversial, whatever the fucking word is, you guys know I have a speech problem, I don't delete that. You don't have to agree with me. If you don't if you read the comments in there's a lot of comments that are up that are people full out disagreeing with me because they didn't listen to what I said. That's another big problem on social media. You guys hear one part, you listen to one part, and then they
hear what they want to hear.
Or you go right to the comment section and you just comment. Like, that's why your profile picture has no picture and your thing has no account. And then when people like those accounts, you're a bot to me, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you disagree with me, okay, that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. I don't care about that. But if you come on there commenting about my mother, about me, about one of my friends, about somebody I love, if I see you in my comments coming at somebody else, you're deleted. Goodbye. I won't block you at first. I'll give you the chance to be a good person. Yeah. I had one lady on this Alex Old video comment 11 times. Bitch, goodbye. Blocked her. I even gave her the chance. I even conversated with her and I was like, you're literally just clowning right now. Like, you're having a field day with this. No, goodbye, you're blocked. So the Alex Earl video was, and some of you guys are going to agree with this and some of you guys are not, whatever. Alex and Brooke Schofield are getting canceled for racist tweets and posts, whatever. None of them are okay. Brooke Schofield actually has some of the worst racial tweets I have ever seen in my life. Alex, I only saw her Ask FM, and it was like, hey, the N-word.
Could you imagine? That was when we were, like...
Well, Brooke was in college, so it's kind of hard with the age, but Alex was 10 years old.
Yeah, because that's when we used Ask FM.
And we
that's
were younger.
Also, I feel like, when you're trying to, fit in with a certain crowd kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is no excuse. I'm not giving any excuse at
No,
any
and that
age.
was what people weren't listening. First of all, too, the comment of saying, this was really big on that post I made, was as a white woman, you have no say. Well, first of all, I'm not. I'm as much of a white woman as I'm a black woman. No, the white woman comments, you didn't see them because they never made it on the page. I filtered them. I filtered white woman. The amount of people who assumed that I was white because of my complexion was crazy. And I don't feel like, though, when you go on my profile, you might not know that I'm mixed with African American, but I don't feel like
Should we just bring your dad right? Come on.
My dad, right my brothers, my uncles.
Yeah, wait, your brothers are so much darker.
Oh yeah, no, my mom didn't have no ink in her the first round.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you can get on a platform and say that to somebody, but you don't realize that you're actually you can't say that somebody's a race or not a race based on complexion. So that's a problem with itself. But you can't tell those people that. They're right.
You could, if you saw my sister, have you ever seen my older sister?
Mm-mm.
She's literally half Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
But, doesn't tan anymore since having the kids. I guess, I don't know, lost melatonin. I don't know how, not melatonin, but what is it?
Melanin.
Melanin, yeah. I should know this. Melanin?
Nah, I don't know. I'm a white girl. I couldn't tell you. I'm so whitewashed. That was another thing. And so then the entire trajectory of the video, of the comment section, was no longer about anything I was actually saying.
No, it wasn't. I literally was reading
it was, you're white, like, I'm a white woman, so I can't talk about it. And so everything that I was saying was invalidated. And first of all, you're wrong, so that's crazy. But what I was saying in the video, first of all, the first half of the video is me saying, doesn't matter your age, your situation, where you grew up, whatever. At the end of the day, that is wrong. That is fucked up. That is wrong. You do not say those things. Yeah. And then I said, however, this is not excusable. You cannot make excuses for this. I literally said this. You have to allow, like, there's somebody really, really close to me, and I will never, like, this is what the video was based off of, but I'm obviously not going to throw somebody I love under the bus or throw it to, like, social media because they clearly are fucking ignorant. A lot of people are ignorant, unfortunately. Social media gives people a really brave face because they can do it through a screen. That's why, like, none of you would have came up to me in person and said white woman this, white woman that. None of you would have. And honestly, if enough of you did, I would have started swinging. Can't swing through a cell phone, but I have somebody really, really close to me that was prejudiced before I was born. I was born and they changed their entire life around. And they are my best friend. Like, the amount of love that I feel from this person, I don't feel it from anybody else. Like, that's my person. They read books, they educated themselves, and they took that hate out of their heart. They're misgiven, like, it's passed down. Like, things like that are passed down. It doesn't just, like, pop up out of nowhere. You usually learn it at home or, like, the community or the environment you're in. I've always known my entire life it is very, very possible. They were given the space to hold themselves accountable, to be told that they were wrong for their judgment and the way that they viewed life and people. And then they were given love and, like, just space for healing and growing and, like, learning and, you know, doing all that stuff. So I know it's very possible. I literally witnessed it with my own life. And that is what I was saying, is that Alex Earl, who posted that at 10 years old, we don't know her. Yeah, we don't know if she's racist. Yeah. We don't know if whatever. But I'm going to live my life with the hope that somebody like that who posted, hey, the N-word, on an Ask FM and I don't know if she posted anything else. That's just all I could find online when I was looking when I could find it. You would have the hope that now at the age of, I think she's a year younger than me, so 23, she no longer carries those morals, values, and viewpoints. And she says she doesn't. I don't know her to tell her that she's lying, and I don't know her to tell her that she's telling the truth. But I'm going to live with the hope that, okay, you said that it was wrong. You took accountability. Yeah. Now you give those people the space to heal, grow, and mature and prove to you or show you actions that they change. Why would she, and everybody who's like, oh, she took 3 weeks to say something, whatever.
She's probably
terrified.
Because
and I understand that she put herself in these shoes. She said what she said 100%. It doesn't change the fact, and we said this, emotions are not comparable, and you can't, like, they're not, what do we say? You can't compete with emotions, and they're not comparable. To know that millions of people are coming at you every hour of every day.
They're also saying things like, kill yourself. I mean,
death threats to your family, things like that. So what about that environment that we create online in social media, in society, would make someone feel comfortable enough to own up to their shit on their own? Yeah. And like I said, we are not justifying anything. We are not saying that, oh, well, because of this, she's good. No. It was wrong. But you, like I said this in the whole Leo thing, the way you ask for accountability and the way you treat people in regard to accountability doesn't mean, like, so for her saying that, you getting on a thing and saying kill yourself or whatever, you're not justified. Yeah. Oh, well, she said, okay, and you said that. Yeah. You're just as fucking like bad. Yeah. And the thing about it is, she said that in 2010, you're saying it in 2024. So who's more of a fucking problem? Yeah. And that's what I don't think people understand that, and it doesn't make me angry, but it does frustrate me because it's like, how brainwashed and simple-minded are you by social media? Well, that you can't step away from the screen and, like, regard somebody as a human being.
I also think it's just something to do within themselves. It all comes down to their own insecurities and I also maybe fitting in, like, with all the other comments, like, they want to...
No, agreed. And I also, there's difference. So there's people who do it like they hate for they're miserable or whatever. Yeah. There was a creator who posted a video about the Alex Earl situation, and he was saying, like, it's sad that I'm tired of being black. Like, I love these creators. He's talking about how much he loves Alex Earl. He loves her Get Ready With Me, her relationship stuff. Like, he really, since the beginning, has loved her content. And then something like this happens, and he's reminded that he's black and the creator that he loves not. And it was in a way that I understood what he was saying. Like, you really, like, the whole reason people blow up on social media is because people feel relatable to them. Mm-hmm. People feel like they're their friend, things like that. So when you have like that deep love for a creator, which happens, I mean, I witness it in my DMs and people who message me all the time, like, and that's why social media could be a really beautiful thing if we weren't all such fucking assholes, because not assholes, but just brainwashed, literally, because you could connect with people all over the country in such a beautiful way. You could share things, you could share cultures, you could, not be like black woman this, white woman that, Hispanic person this, like, get rid of that stuff. It could be, whatever. And he was just saying, like, it breaks his heart because, like, it's another creator that he loved to come and find out that, like, they have done racist stuff in the past, but he wasn't hating on her. Yeah. He wasn't calling her this or that. He was just saying, like, I'm tired of it. Like, why does it have to keep happening? That's valid. Like, that is asking somebody to hold themselves accountable. Yeah. That showed that, like, he is a genuine, healthy person. And she responded to that. I actually just, 2 + 2 = 4. Out of all the videos being made about her, she commented on his video and thanked him for that video. Because when you create this space to where it doesn't feel as though you're going to attack somebody or, tell them to kill themselves or whatever, look how easy it was for her to step forward into that space and be like, yes, I'm sorry, hold herself accountable. When you make such a hostile environment, nobody's going to apologize on their own. Nobody's going to confess on their own. Nobody's going to do any of that. You really scared, like, it doesn't matter what they did. They're still scared to say anything, to do anything. Versus if we had a space on social media that allowed people to say, my life really isn't like that, or I did this back in my past, or I, whatever. And we, held them accountable in a healthy, mature way, but then still allowed the space for them to be a better person, to become a better person. Some people do not. Some people are shitty fucking people and they don't deserve to have a platform. Yeah, and it was not received well because a lot of people are just stuck in the mentality of like, I don't know. I understand, but I don't know because I'm not there. Like, I would never, Alex Earl could be a racist. Yeah, all right, cool. Not gonna ever want to associate, not gonna whatever. When you're around the people, like, none of us are around her. Yeah. You don't want to watch her unfollow. Hold her accountable. Yeah. We're not excusing that. She has to understand, or she has to be aware of what she did. Yeah. But to revolve your life around somebody else with death threats and, like, saying that they'll never change and stuff like that. Imagine how many people, like, okay, so say we made, and I don't want to spend too much time, so we're going to hop off of this, though. But imagine, like, we made a comfortable space online for specifically, I'm just going to use Alex Earl as an example. So we, hold her accountable, and then we say, okay, so what are you going to do to be a better person now? She probably, if she's not racist, so say it was a mistake from when she was younger, wherever she learned it from, whatever the origin is, she does her Get Ready With Me, stuff like that. If we, as a society, made it a comfortable place, or like, I don't want to say forgiving, because I'm not telling people they have to forgive, but an understanding of the hope for wanting more out of people, or like wishing the best for people, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just a positive, optimistic, loving person. Imagine if she were able to get on a platform, and while she's doing her Get Ready With Me, is to be able to say, like, not casually, but to talk about, like, like, I know a lot of you guys have seen my post from Ask FM, like, it really was messed up, and, like, this is why I had posted when I was younger, and, like, these are what are the things that I've done to, like, I'm not that person, and it could be a conversation had about a mistake like that and how you change as a person. I don't want to say normalize.
I would hope that a 10-year-old isn't the same at.
So there was a there was a social media guru we'll call her, that I really liked. I really enjoyed her content. I felt like it was very valuable information. It was very authentic.
And we both followed her for a while.
And I loved it. And honestly, the advice and stuff that she was giving, like, it worked for people. It worked for me on a couple videos. Like, I liked the way she talked. It was easy to listen to her. Like, literally loved it. And then one day a video of hers popped up, and it was about her audits, where she goes through, and I'm going to find the actual Jesus Christ, I have 74 screenshots, you guys, and this is not all of them, I can tell, but I'm trying to find,
like, explaining what the audit was.
So I'm going through all the bunch of people that messaged me about being scammed by her as well. All right, so it's not in here, but the audit said she'll take a deep dive into your personal accounts and tell you what is and what isn't working, and based off of what is working, she'll tell you why, and things that weren't working, she would tell you what you could do to change it, and give you, like, pages of audits, hours spent, whatever. So originally, the course goes for about, like, hundreds of dollars, and I saw that it was on sale for $70. At the time, the algorithm was changing for the first time really in, like, forever. And we were like, oh, what's going on? Like, it would probably be good, because Angelina's also an influencer. I feel like you don't really talk about that too much, like, as much as, like, I do, but, you know, she does, like, mom talk, health and wellness, I feel like is what I would say your niche is, and then, like, I do lifestyle, but then also, like, beauty, skincare, makeup, product recommendations, things like that. So I was like, oh, let's see, you know, what we get. So we pay for it. We are so excited. Like, when I tell you we're texting,
so excited,
because we were like, oh my God, finally we'll have a professional who's going to tell us, like, what is working, what isn't working, how to understand the new algorithm. Like,
and we both have completely different niches, so
different content, different everything. So it was, like, really interesting. I was like, when I tell you, we were so excited.
We ended up meeting up too to read it together.
Yes. Well, so we both got it relatively around the same time. There was some difference. Maybe, like, I think maybe I got mine before yours.
Yeah, but
and I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And then you had said to me, it's me. You had said to me, I feel like ours are the exact same. And I was like, huh? And you sent me your screenshots. And I didn't, can you stop? I hadn't read them. I'll make sure everything's recording before we dive into this. I hadn't read ours, especially I hadn't read ours side by side. And I think at that point, I screenshotted and sent you over my audit before I even fully read mine. And emphasis, this was being sold as an audit. Because that played a big role in everything too. We get our audits back. We sit down together and we look at them.
And I was like, I remember, it's like all clicking. I already had this feeling, like I was reading yours and reading mine. I'm like, is this lining up?
You guys,
we sit down.
I'm going to put up one screenshot for you guys up here of the first page of our audit. Our audits were word for word exactly the same.
Besides her name.
She changed her name and she changed her niche category.
Yes.
Other than that, word for word. I'm not saying paraphrasing. Word for word, sentence by sentence, format for format.
Yep.
Oh, I have receipts. I have 73 receipts, and it's not even all of them.
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck?
She tried to get legal with me, but this is where shit gets fucking nuts.
I hate when you do this.
I'm sorry. Well, first of all, you could look at these yourself. I told you how to. So this is our segment, Message in a Bottle. It's our anonymous submission. But, you know, this is season deep below. So come on, 2 + 2. You guys get it. It's cute. Message in a Bottle. Who's your favorite guest so far and why?
That's not fair.
You have to go first. You said okay. I have one, but it's not because, like, I think one guest was, I loved all of our guests.
Yeah, that's
They all brought different value and stuff to the table, but there is a guest that I have that's my favorite.
I feel like Mara.
I was going to say Mara. I swear to God. So Yassine, I mean, I really liked Yassine's episode because that was very different and different than what we were doing. The only reason that I picked Mara, and I loved every single guest. We have a guest coming on in 2 weeks that we had in season 1, whatever. The reason I liked Mara was she was the one guest that when she came on, we did not go by anything. We did not go by anything in our folder. She came in on her own and completely gave us an episode to where it was just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like everyone, like even like how you see us doing now, like we check our phones. We have an outline that kind of keeps us like in check because otherwise we probably would like spiel into so many different things, and it keeps track of like notes for would you rathers and anonymous segments, things like that, things we want to touch upon. Mara came in, and throughout that entire episode, we did not follow any of that.
Yeah.
That episode was purely just us three together, and it was my first time meeting her in person. Was it your first time meeting her in person? You've been around.
Honestly, yeah.
It was.
It was
Your first time meeting her
I
in
met
person?
her at the place she works at, and we just said hi, like had a cute convo, but like nothing. Like this was like the first time I got to know her.
She walked in here and just gave us an episode.
She walked in and there was like light around her.
Like it's just I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't want to say she came in and ran the show because that's not what I'm trying to explain with that. She just came in and gave us an episode that we hadn't planned for. We weren't expecting. It was a completely different episode than the one we had outlined for. Yeah. Like I just feel like she just came in and I have never laughed as hard as
I know.
I had with her.
Felt so comfortable. It's not
what did she say? This is a trash. A
dumpster.
This is dumpster fire over here. Yeah. Like she was just so authentically herself, and not that the other guests were, but she really, I don't know. She gave me a little
energy that I feel like anyone that she meets, she's just like.
She gave me a little something right here. Yeah. Like, I really will appreciate her. So, like, Mar, if you're hearing this, you're a girl. That was my favorite guest. I can't believe you're the same one. Social media is social media, but do you like Facebook or Instagram better? I say Facebook mainly because it lets you know when everyone's birthday is. Do you know that do you remember when we were filming and I realized it's my mom's birthday because I got the Facebook notification? Yes. I was like, hey, Mom, happy birthday. I love Facebook for that.
I love
Please
Facebook.
Send me the reminders.
I love Facebook. I could go, like, their Reels, too, are just so much better.
Oh, my God. Marissa says the same thing. She loves Facebook Reels. Like, she DMs me them, and I'm like, this feels weird.
I do hate Facebook DMs. Their messenger or whatever.
Listen, I don't know what happens on Facebook that men think that they can... They talk differently on Facebook Messenger than in any other DM platform. Yeah. The DMs they get on Facebook are actually the most unhinged. I have some scary Instagram ones, like, will you rip my nuts off for money? Like, I get
how much money we talking?
I don't want to touch your nuts. Kidding. You probably have sores. Because who says that?
Wait a second. I have to say this. So I'm not going to name who. They were telling me a story about someone that had...
I'm scared.
That had a huge pimple under their nutsack. But, like...
Don't you get that from not washing down there, then?
That's what I thought. And they were saying...
Like, they weren't
So, like, the person that was telling me this story said it was a very uncalled for conversation that they were being told. And they randomly... The other person was just saying this story, and they were going to gag the person that was listening to this storyteller.
I mean...
Because...
Stop.
And because then I went and asked Sean if he's ever had a pimple down there, and he's like, no.
Because you know what? If it was a really bad pimple, it actually probably was a boil, and you get that from not washing your body.
Like, you have to, I guess, lift up. I mean, I'm not a guy, so I don't know how you wash down there. I hope a lesson was learned to lift up your nutsack and scrub onto it.
I hope... That means it probably
smelled everything.
Back to our anonymous submission. To be honest, everybody knows I kind of beef with Instagram. Yeah. The podcast page makes me love it more. Yeah. But I just feel like Meta in general can like suck a dick. I don't like Meta. I don't like how it's ran. Honestly like YouTube is my favorite platform. The algorithm, how they run it, the way that they run their programs, being a part of the creator program is amazing for us. YouTube, you didn't ask this, but YouTube would be my number one. Unfortunately, it would be TikTok. I just wish they would get their shit together. I can't wait for the algorithm to change again. Like, I'm literally dying waiting. And then I would probably say, I do like Facebook.
I say Facebook before Instagram.
I think if we didn't have the podcast page, I would say Facebook before Instagram.
I do love, if we're talking about not our personal, then I would pick Instagram because I love like
our podcast stuff. Let's just say personal. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat is bottom of the fucking barrel. I could give two fucks about Snapchat.
And I can't believe that creators on Snapchat get paid so much.
Yeah, I know. I keep getting told I need to be on there, and I just
like you need like a crazy amount of like.
I think I have like 1,600 followers on Snapchat.
I have no idea how to even see followers.
You have to like set up your profile for it, and then like I pay for Snapchat Premium. I'm crazy like that. I do pay for Snapchat Premium, but I'm allowed to see so much more like analytics. Like I can see when somebody rewatches my story. You bet you guys didn't know that.
That's tea. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but it allows like it filters like my
that's cool.
My people who are allowed to Snapchat me, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I just don't. Alex said, "What the fuck, weirdo?" And Caitlin said, "How does she still have a following?" About social media bestie. Yeah, you guys definitely want to go check out that Patreon today. We found out that you guys need to go check out the Patreon. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was live. Things happen. I love when things happen to us live. Yeah. Like, that was crazy. I can't wait to make that a highlight clip. So keep sending in your anonymous submissions. We see that you guys are sending them in. I briefly read some. They're really, really good. There are some really, really good ones in there. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll do 3. Maybe if we get, so there's 8 submissions right now. So let's say if we were to get 12 submissions by next episode, we'll read 3 or 4. We'll double it up so that you guys can get your submissions read faster. But you gotta play the game too with us. We've been filming for a really long time, everybody. Like a really long time. So I did have one here to talk about like mental health portrayed online, which we kind of did briefly talk about with that one girl who was acting a certain way, and then, so also if you think about that reverse, you never know how somebody truly is dealing with emotions and stuff like that on the outside. So just like be mindful.
Yeah.
If you don't like something, then you don't like it and you don't watch it and you can block it. And if you do like something, then you like it. If you feel
But that even goes for like offline as well, because a person doesn't always portray what they're really feeling.
No, not at all. Especially like we have a lot of issues with the ego and with, pride and stuff like that. Especially me, like I talked to us before when I was like depressed and miserable and hated myself, they'd be like, oh yeah, like, you love yourself, like you like just like would be like condescending type of things, and it was like, actually I quite literally hate myself. Or like, oh, you look good, da da da, and I'd be like, actually I think about how awful I look every day. Not anymore, but like you don't ever know, and to always keep that in mind. And I think like how you carry yourself on social media, this counts in real life, but on social media, says more about you than whatever you're commenting about, whatever you're sharing, and whatever you're posting. If you are leaving hate comments, that says more about you than the person you're leaving hate comments for. If you're doing bandwagon cancel culture, that says more about you than the cancel culture bandwagon that you're jumping on. Yeah. Because when you are a happy, genuine person, you don't give 2 fucks about that shit. I just want to see the people that I like cute videos. And if I find a video that I swipe, for instance, that one creator I had briefly talked to you off camera about, that I saw their video and I was like, yikes, like, this is awful content. Yeah. And I literally scrolled and keep watching. I didn't leave a hate comment. Yeah, I didn't post about him. He's getting canceled right now. I saw that coming, but even as somebody who saw it coming months ago, I'm not going to go then on the videos of being made about it and say, I knew about this, like, I've been waiting for this. No, I don't give 2 shits. Like, okay. Like, I just pay more attention to yourself and your personal life than the lives of others. Because if your life's busy enough like ours are, you don't even have the fucking time to worry about other people. It means you have too much fucking goddamn time on your hands. But we are going to check out. We're going to clock out. It's been a minute.
2 hours.
It's been, we are supposed to film for around then, but we started late, and that's why I feel like it feels like
long. Yeah.
Do you know I didn't realize until I was on my way that we were supposed to be here at 6, leave by 5:30, because you had texted me at 5:40 and was like, I just woke up, I'm gonna rush. Then you called me and woke me up, and I read it, and I was like, why is she freaking out? It's 5:40. I was like, we leave at 6. No. And I made the times up today. Anyway. Okay, we got to do Peek and Pit. It's a thing. It's a tradition. So, My peak is my coffee. And because I've been making coffees at home instead of going to Starbucks, because at the shore, I paid $7 for the shittiest fucking small ass coffee.
That's awful.
I just have decided I'm going to make it myself, because at least then if it's shitty, like, it's my fault. My coffee's been banging. I've been using oat milk. I don't know. Today is, well, it won't be when you guys watch this, so it doesn't matter, but today's a new moon, and that always makes me feel like I can get a fresh start on things. So.
Yeah.
My peak is just life right now, and my pit, really, there is none, so I'm not going to make one. Okay, my pit is like, I'm tired. Like, that's just it, but that's nothing new. I slept for a really long time last night, so maybe that's why I'm still tired.
Sleep for 48 hours pretty much, so...
She's not lying, but
yeah.
Yes, I had to make up for that, I guess, is right. But I'm going to work on it. I'm going to, take sleeping meds.
It's a new moon today, so...
But yeah, that was my peak and pit, and then what is yours? Well, now my new pit is the Canon battery lasting.
Yeah. My fucking pit is the damn battery for this fucking camera.
Yeah.
But supposedly it's just an overall Canon thing.
I don't understand why they would make that a thing. But
yeah, me either. My peak is...
Now you start nursing school tomorrow?
Jesus fucking Christ, no. Continue nursing school.
True. Very true. Very, very valid correction there. It is tomorrow, right? First day?
Yep, tomorrow's the first day. I'll be in it when you guys are watching, probably studying as this is being posted.
Yep, everybody send your prayers, because she's back. She's back. Nursing school, Angie's back. I feel like there's going to be a difference. Because I feel like the last couple of weeks you've been able to get life back into you, and just when you're peak is dry.
There was other things that were fucking pulling at my
life.
I
don't know if I don't think that they stopped. I think you're just kind of drowning, but you're literally on the water.
I'm trying.
There's anchors. You got 30 anchors on you, just trying. It's okay, because eventually your life's gonna be chop the anchors off, and you'll just
it'll get there.
Blue. It'll pay a good payoff, 100%, and nobody can ever say you didn't work for it. Mm-hmm. No one ever can say it was handed to you, anything. So,
Yeah, I hate it when people used to say that to me, actually.
Yeah, but I think that the richest people who come from the richest families, celebrities and stuff, they still hurt themselves and die and do drugs for a reason, because just because you're given everything doesn't mean that it makes up for the emotional stuff that you go through. And that weighs heavier than the materialistic things.
Yeah.
So anybody that's ever said that to you, goodbye. All right, you guys, we will see you next Sunday. It's just us next Sunday again, I believe. Just me and you.
Yeah.
A team. And
what we do best.
And we will see you guys then. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. I don't think so.
Football fucking starts. Let's go. Let's go, Birds.
Are you guys ready? I don't think you guys are ready.
Let's go, Birds.
Let's go, Birds. Stay tuned.
God damn it. I'm on weekend clinical, but let's freaking go.
Yes. Get ready. And if any of you guys watch from Philly, because I know that we have viewership kind of all over the world now. Love that. You might see us soon. You might see the podcast soon. We'll just leave it at that. Anyone listening in Philly, Greta, my friend Greta listens to this. I don't know if she does. We'll see. The podcast will see you guys very, very soon.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye, love you. Was there anybody here when you were here earlier?
No.